Today, Nick and I will be teaching you how to find the graph, find the equation, and find the center and radius of a circle when only given a few coordinate points. The first thing to know is the general equation of a circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey equals plus f equals 0. After solving this equation, you can factor it, making it easier to graph and find the center and radius. If you know 3 points on the coordinate grid that the circle passes through, you can solve the equation. An example is a circle passes through the points -2, 3, 6, -5, and 0, 7. We can put these points into the equation to get -2 squared plus 3 squared plus d times -2 plus e times 3 plus f equals 0. And 6 squared plus -5 squared plus d times 6 plus e times -5 plus f equals 0. And 0 squared plus 7 squared plus d times 0 plus e times 7 plus f equals 0. Once you get these, you can get x equals -2. You can have x equals -2, y equals 3, and x equals -6, x equals 6, y equals -5, x equals 0, and y equals 7. Now we can simplify these equations to get 13 minus 2d plus 3e equals plus f equals 0, and 61 plus 6d minus 5e plus f equals 0, and 49 plus 7e plus f equals 0. Now we can solve this system of equations either using Gaussian elimination or using matrices. After the system is solved, the solution is d equals -10, e equals -4, and f equals -21. We can then plug these values into the general equation of a circle, and the equation we get is x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 4y minus 21 equals 0. So now that we have it, to easily graph the equation and find the center and radius, you must put this equation into vertex form by completing the square. So first you want to group the x and y terms and move 21 to the other side. Next, you want to make a perfect square by using plus the quantity of -b over 2 squared.
I bet you so much of Jackson's talking in our video. Yeah. I bet part of ours will be in yours.
Yeah.
Then we can factor the terms.
X squared is y plus 3 squared, Jackson. Just gonna talk to me or you? Alright. Yeah, you're right.
Now we have it in standard form, so we can easily find the center and radius.
Okay, now we're gonna
Vertex
learn
form,
how to
excuse
find
me.
the center, foci, vertices, and co-vertices of an ellipse will be. Right. So now that you have this equation, the center is 1.
Finally, we can find the center and radius. The center is the x and y terms from the equation times -1.
So the reason why is 0 and -5 is because first
So we
x
use-
value is 0.
So we
And
use
you
those
want
x and
to-
y terms
This thing
and multiply them by
to
negative
equal
1.
0, and also
find the
this
center.
to equal 0. So negative 5 plus 5 is 0. And so everything there is equal 0. Okay. Now for
So
the
the center we
foci.
get is
So the
5, 2.
foci is
To find the radius, it is
to
simply
first define
the
the
value
foci,
on the other side of the
you have
equation,
to
and you
use
take
the
the square root
equation
of that.
a
So it's the
squared
square root of 50,
minus
which
b
equals
squared
5 times the
equals c
square root of
squared.
2.
And now you have to remember that a squared is always the largest denominator.
Now that we have the center and the radius, graphing is very easy.
Right. So now in this
So
one
first you
is
put the center.
49 minus 1 equals c squared.
And then you go out in all the directions
So
by
c
about
is
square root of
square root
50,
of
which is
48.
roughly equal to 7.
So that means that the foci is 0, comma,
Now we fill in the lines,
negative 5
create a circle
plus or minus
to fill in the
square
points.
root of 48. Right. Now for the vertices, the
Nick's having a
vertices
little bit of
should
trouble with
be
this, but he'll figure it out.
square
And there we go.
root of a.
Thank you for watching.